grinds my gears, and I'm doing something a little different. Figured I'd do kind of like a grinds my gears speculation video with some game streaming, so we're not just staring at a logo on a screen. And this game is perfect for that because it's a chill game. Now, I know, yeah, I put my little statement out there. I'm going to talk more about it. I'll discuss it with the guys tonight. Playing Xbox, get their opinions on it, see what they think. But I had this game for No Man's Sky. Basically, I picked it up last year after they did one big update for it. And oh look, I'm in the rain. I never had this game at launch to know what the initial state was. I just heard the reviews and all the rumors and all that other stuff, and people was trashing on it, biggest, most refunded game, stuff like that. But I'm playing it, and then now with the latest update that came out with Next, that came out with the third-person camera and things like that. Basically, thanks, Ghostface. What's up, man? So yeah, playing this game, and and then also seeing this thing. There's gonna be a couple of like WTF moments in this thing, but there's like certain animals and stuff like that that pop up. I'm on like a plant of bushes or something like that. But basically, now what I tweeted out earlier, and I'll talk more about tonight, but I think, from playing this game, from seeing how Microsoft has been, targeting developers and things like that, and, looking for those games, and I think that this game and this vision is basically fits perfectly with the model of game design that Microsoft is striving for. This game, I'm gonna kill this little thing right here. Hold on while I kill this little plant. There we go. Nothing survives on this planet. And back to what I was saying. So, this game started real rough. It was basically, there was a lot of, what do you do? And you wanted, it really looks cool. I gotta charge my life support thing. It really looks cool. The concept of leaving your, just looking up into the sky, seeing, that planet right there, and I could go to that one, or I could just go to that one, which I will. And doing that was pretty amazing, and it captured a lot of people. Amazement, because it's never been done before, right? What is that thing? Oh. So, the fact that that's how this game kind of... How this game kind of launched, in sort of it looks cool, but what do you do? Yeah, I saw a lot of Sea of Thieves comparisons in the game. The concept is cool, you feel like a pirate, but what do you do? And this game is the same kind of launch thing. So, when we come to it now with this game, they've added a bunch of updates to it. They've added, over the last couple of meetings. And remember, when this game came out, there were, as, on the podcast last time where Frog was saying, there were, Sean Murray got attacked, he lied about things, he lied about all these games, things that you can do, are you going to see somebody, and it was a whole thing. And they kind of went into isolation. They thought they shut down the studio, and basically it was just quiet. Yeah, so this is the thing. The reason why I think, so I'm building up to why I feel this way, is that when the game has been in such, kind of been quiet, they've been slowly releasing content for this game over the past couple of years, because this has been a couple of years since it launched on PlayStation and on PC. And what happened is that they really went silent, and they had a group of people, dedicated followers and stuff like that people were really sticking around, right? So, and they were updating the content, they were adding things, they did base building, because remember, base building was supposed to be promised in the beginning, there was no real base building, there was some sort of story, but not really a story, and they added a campaign. It was just get to the center of the earth. Oh, okay. Sorry, man. Oh, here we go. That's probably better, right? I had to increase my microphone. Yeah, this microphone has like a volume thing on it. But basically, you know, they've been adding stuff to the game to kind of stick with the promises that they initially made at first. Well, it's been a couple of years, right? And then, out of the blue this year, they announced this update right here as No Man's Sky Next. And in the same thing, they promoting it with the release to Xbox. Now, No Man's Sky was never considered that it was just coming out on PlayStation and PC. It was just announced at that, and I think there was intentions to bring it to Xbox, but we're talking a couple of years. Like, this wasn't a Hellblade scenario where it was like the next year that it came out. Like, this was a few years, a couple of years that No Man's Sky came out, and it came out to such, you know, to such like disdain from the people who believed in the game and what it was and what it wasn't, that there was no kind of public. There was just updates being released for this thing, but nothing really crazy. Now, all of a sudden this year, it came out. Sean Murray was on Inside Xbox. Microsoft really kind of got behind this game with being No Man's Sky Next. Big update. And I see as what Microsoft has been doing over the last couple of years with this service, and we're going to give you worlds, and they're looking for platforms for content. They're not looking for 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to give you a game 1, you go and play it for a month, and then I'm going to give you game 2 and 3 years from now, and you're going to play that for a couple months. They are not going to, they're not going the route of that kind of mechanism. Instead, they want to give you a game that is sort of either open in nature or something along the lines where content can be kind of injected into the game to fix it, to update it, to do things like that. And a perfect example is Sea of Thieves. That is just a world that they're going to inject content in, add content to it. This game has been that. It is an open world where it uses calculations to basically completely randomize worlds. And the format of this game fits perfect with the focus of Microsoft with games as a service and giving unlimited worlds where they could just build upon and add it. Now, maybe they're not going to do it just to support this game, but maybe Sean Murray Studios, they have this vision. They had what they did with what they did, and their next game, maybe they're gonna leave No Man's Sky where it is, just add content to it, and their next game with the similar type of focus could maybe do a totally different thing with it. An underwater world or something like along those lines. But what they have is basically this platform to provide content. And this game fits. And the fact that Microsoft is getting behind this one and it really was pushed No Man's Sky, and how it came out of the kind of the woodwork that, hey, this is coming to Xbox, No Man's Sky Next, after a few years, makes me think that Microsoft must have either kind of put money on the table or kind of pulled like a Hellblade thing where they said, hey, maybe they had kind of like they went into hibernation and was like, we're just adding content, we're supporting what we got, but we're not going to expand this on anything else. And Microsoft came in and said, hey, you know what, we'll have some Microsoft money going on, But I think that being a small studio, now, first I want to get to Calyrex. So Calyrex says he thinks Sony promoting the game moves to Microsoft, that even when Sony backed them and how the game review I heard is still, yeah. And I'm not saying it's because of this game. Yeah, And you know what? This is just me thinking, because I think that this studio, it's small, so it's not like a big studio that they're going to buy. It is a small studio, but it provides it provides, this is like, I'm just saying, it's so under Microsoft's kind of like, give me this open world for cheap that I could keep adding content and to keep people engaged for years at a time. It just seems so ideal. And by owning a studio that could make this vision happen and take a game that was very lacking in the beginning but had an alright core, and then evolve it, add content to it, make it what it is. Now, yeah, it still has its quirks, it still has its problems. Like, it's not the perfect game, but it is pretty incredible for what they've done. And given the backing and what they can, no, I can't even open this thing. Given what they do, I can see Microsoft see Hello Games as a visionary studio that can provide these kind of open platform worlds that they could inject content to and use as a service, and as a service-based game, as a game that could really. And I'm gonna leave this planet, so here we go. This is where the magic happens. I gotta go into space. Where's the planet? Alright. Prepare ship for ludicrous speed. Prepare ship for ludicrous speed. I'm going ludicrous speed. We're going out there. And Microsoft said that they were interested in buying more studios and looking at kind of looking at studios, and the studios that they kind of bought, like the Hellblade, the Collective, things like that. Like, they are on the line of kind of indie studios, so they are shopping around for indie type studios, which Hello Games fits the bill. And considering the you know, the trouble that studio had and stuff like that. Hold on. Sorry about that. There we go. Yeah, now we're going to make this long, and we're going to talk more about it tonight to get the other guys' opinion, what they think. But I just feel that with the newfound kind of love for Sean Murray that he's getting, and the kind of revive of this game, how this game is now back in the news, and all of a sudden it was just billed for Xbox. Sean Murray was coming back out, public face. And I'm not saying it, like, listen, I'm not saying that this will be, this will be the most amazing purchase ever, I'm just saying that I could see, and I think Microsoft would buy Hello Games. And maybe, when they announce their next game, or, I just feel that the studio's small. They made this open platform, unlimited world. They've evolved it over the last few years. There's no mention of an Xbox build, and then all of a sudden with this big next update with 4-person multiplayer added. Yeah, I know that's Star Citizen, Callie. I heard of that game. But they added 4-person multiplayer a la Sea of Thieves style. Now they're kind of multiplayer on there. It just seems that it is following the Microsoft mold. And that it would, I'm just going to put more gold. Now I gotta go to, what's this piece? This game is for This is my fuel. It just... Should I go to the sun? The sun. anything. Alright, let's walk to another galaxy. Far, far away. And I think, you know, Sony was pretty... I think it did hurt Sony at first, like with this game, but it did sell a lot. Exactly. And I remember No Man's Sky was like, you know, Sea of Thieves was considered as like the No Man's Sky, basically. And like I said, it's not. I'm not saying that this will be a major get for Microsoft. I just see them talking about purchasing more studios, and the design of this game and the mentality of this studio of Hello Games and what they have delivered over the years, and it coming out of kind of hibernation. Yes, they've been updating it, but there's been no announcement that it was coming to Xbox except with the update of 4 players, and then Microsoft was really promoting this on Inside Xbox. Sean Murray was like there, like amazing, like, you know, after he went into, like, you know, into hibernation, just went into like the FBI, the the missing persons. Like, he went to missing persons. I remember people taking photographs of his studio doors, going, "Yo, they closed down, man. They skipped out of town. They took all the money and ran." Like, it just is pretty funny. Now they continue to update it and add features to it, but it's just pretty funny how, like, all of a sudden, let's go to this place. Let's see this galaxy. Whoa! Let's see if it crashes. I know it's been crashing too. Yeah, I have to. It was supposed to go to Xbox. It's just strange that it took so long to come to Xbox. Yeah, and the PUBG is like, oh wow, where am I? I'm this new. Alright. There's a space station. Let's see what. Whoa, there we go. Look at this planet. Undiscovered by me. Let's see. Yeah, and I'm not saying it's gonna be. Oh, half. Alright, so where's this? I hear this sample here. Just turn it around. But, yeah, we'll see what we're saying. No, I haven't created a house yet. I haven't really done any building. I really, the biggest thing I was trying to get was a warp cell so I could actually do that jump right there. I'm just going for these sounds. Trying to do some of the single player, like some of the story-based stuff. I was playing last night a while with Frogs and his son. We were playing. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to the space station. I'm gonna check this planet out because I'm not gonna stay forever on this stream. So let's This is pretty amazing. Like leaving space. Yeah, and that's the other thing. You know, to back up what Callie was saying about the whole Minecraft. Microsoft loves Minecraft model. They love that they could just continue to update it, which, by the way, where is that 4K update? But, not that I'm waiting for it, but it was announced last year and was supposed to come out, and that 4K patch is not around. Oh, this is like a hot planet. Like, look at this. This is pretty amazing. Let's do a scan. Oh, this an unknown building. Let's go there. No, I think it was supposed to do that. That's why I don't like the tagging and the landing on the same button. Oh my god, this is a hot place here. There we go. Let's see what this is. So, like, the Minecraft model, Matt Booty is the head of, like, he's the head of game studios and stuff like that. Like, there's a reason why he's there, and you know, there's a reason why, like I said last week, and I kind of got with the thing with Halo Infinite being this platform, like this world. Whoa, look at these guys. They do walk in herds. I tell you, it is pretty awesome. Like just like landing on these crazy places and just like, holy crap! Is this whole? Okay, let's go see what this abandoned thing. Oh, this is a pod, right? The upgrade. I gotta fix it. What can I? Ooh. Yeah. Oh, I gotta repair it. I need sodium nitrate. No, I see what Kat is saying. Like this, Microsoft buying studios. I think the thing is, the reason why I feel that Microsoft is buying studios. Oh, I'm gonna go in this cave. Hopefully, it's not toxic. Every cave I've been into is like, what is this thing? Oh, I did discover that right. Those spores. Why I think Microsoft is on this buying studios kick. First off, they needed it because they have their tentpole franchises with Gears, Forza, and Halo and stuff like that. But whoa. Like they have them, but for the vision that they're trying to establish, where a game is released and it is like, and Matt Booty said it. He said that we want these games to have 2 and 3 years of support, and I think that you need to own the studio in order to ensure that commitment to both your user and to the and to the business. You know, you can't, because look at how the contracts worked out with like Quantum Break. That the reason why we don't get Quantum Break 2, Sunset Overdrive 2. Those were contracted out. They were contract deals. And when the contract was up, the company went and made something else. And not to say that those games were that, but Microsoft wants their games, the games that are coming from them, to be these games like this. And to ensure that commitment, you kind of have to own the studio, so you can ensure that is coming out. Like how they're running Sea of Thieves. You know, if that was a contract thing, I don't think that. I think you would get everything up front, seal deal, call it in. And I think the studios that Microsoft is buying are studios that. I think Sony manages their studios so much better that they really don't need to be buying studios of it. Instead, they could just be telling their studios to kind of do other things. See, Microsoft unfortunately doesn't have 343 Coalition making side projects, and Sony. Storm's coming in. But Sony actually allows their studios to make other things. Now, I could definitely see Sony investing in studios, but I think the output that Sony's getting from their first-party studios and the support they're getting by being lead platform with third-party, I think it creates a great balance for them. I think Microsoft has always been lacking in first-party for a long time, and they haven't bought studios in ages. And I think everything that they've been... oh, I hear an animal here. What is this screen? What is that thing? Oh, this is like kind of eerie cave. Weird-ass planet. And here we got a trick. We got a trick up here. Oh, do I have to charge this thing? Hold on. Ooh, can I use the signal booster in here? This is pretty cool. So glad I built one of these. Alright, we're online. We're gonna do a scan. Drop pod, yeah, that's where I was. No, I don't want to do that. That's pretty cool. Get the skin. There's really nothing around here. This open. Whoa. What's this guy? Collect the specimen. Oh, he doesn't want me to feed him now. This is like... Let's see if I can feed him. Come here. Cobalt. Like, obviously, if Microsoft started buying up studios, I think Sony didn't feel the pressure to do whatever. The competition. And I feel like Sony's more the competition. You should have pets. That's why I was like, if you feed these guys, what do they do? And it's like, oh, they just crap and give you like feces, and it's like for you to like harvest. I'm like, oh, like for fertilizer and stuff like that. All right, well, we went through that cave, and let me see what this material is I've been collecting. Oh, yes, I need these. Last night we were collecting the eggs from those crazy monster things. Like, it was pretty crazy. They're worth so much money. We were farming for those eggs. Uh-oh. I ran into one of those guys. Uh-oh, we got sentinels. Gotta get out of this piece. This planet's turned hostile on me. Alright. This is not good. Alright. We need, getting panicky here. Pull my drive ship. Peace! Get me out of this place. Yeah, Guerrilla Studios expanding. Exactly. So, oh, I need construct the launch fuel. Oh, I got that. Uh-oh. I need more hyperdrive stuff. But yeah, like, they're expanding their studios. And like I said, I feel like the Sony's managing their studios better. Microsoft's just building. Unfortunately for them, it seems like they're just getting new to this stuff, which to me is kind of unacceptable, because they've been in this game for a long time, and they should they should have had this stuff, and I that's why I get very kind of upset. You know, my grinds my gears things, and the reason why it grinds my gears is that why we're in the state that we're in. You know, if you were consistently invested in gaming, we wouldn't be where we are for the last couple of years. And you know, and what they go on is about the they seem very kind of knowing of what their future is with releasing more hardware and services, but the games are still a question mark. Like, what they released wasn't that great, and what's coming out is not that great either when you hear the stuff that's Crackdown. So, and then we know Gears 5, which is Kate's story, and Halo Infinite, which they say is the saga of Master Chief, but not labeled as Halo 6, so might be something different, might be something cool. I think it might be like a Destiny-style Halo, even though it will be after Halo 5, but it definitely is going to probably have a Destiny feel to it, like that kind of structure. Again, a world of injecting content, and Alan Greenberg said with Halo Infinite that, you know, it's for new people and for, you know, try to get more new people on as well, which doesn't sound like the end of a trilogy. Like, you got Halo 1, 2, and 3, and then 4, 5, and 6. 6 is the big battle. 3 was the big battle. Like, you're building up your trilogy. This might be something else. I don't know. It's definitely after Halo 5 and more about Master Chief. So we'll see what happens with that one. But again, it's that type of world that they want. And my whole thing is that this game and this studio and Sean Murray, this vision is sort of like what Microsoft wants to do. Low cost, you know, a small studio. I don't know about cost-wise, but like low cost to them, because the studio is not that big. So I'm assuming that it won't. It's not going to be no 400-person studio. I think it was like 12 people. Buy them, they have a vision to create this game. They have this technology where they don't have to spend tons of. They let the computations decide the randomness of the game. You take that knowledge that this Sean Murray has, the studio has, this vision, and you apply it to different genres. He has space. Maybe Microsoft says, hey, developer of No Man's Sky now gives you No Man's Sea. I don't know what we're going to name Sea of Thieves then, because that's what Sea of Thieves was called, No Man's Sea. Anyway, you know, take that technology and take that knowledge and do that. And you could do that, and I just feel like this seems like the perfect recipe for what Microsoft's been looking for. A small studio making a big game. Minecraft was that. A small studio, an indie studio making a big game that allows you to continue to evolve, to inject content in as a platform. And you're not making these monstrous... And nonetheless, the design of this game really doesn't require tons. Like, you just keep adding assets to the game. There's nothing on this plan. I'm off this plan. You just keep adding more and more stuff. Well, you don't have. You just keep adding more and more features. They got the platform, just like you got the sailing now. Sea of Thieves. I don't know. It looks cool. The new Walking Dead game. It does look pretty cool. But I have to look more into it. I'm not. My thing is that just because it has zombies doesn't make it called Walking Dead. Like, I feel like they need to have the characters from the TV show in it, or at least as cameos. If you're not gonna play them, at least as you have cameos. I'll see what happens when I drive into the ring. It's probably gonna be all rock, that's right. We know that the ring is all just basically rock. Let's see. It should be all rock. Yeah, it's sometimes. I guess they're following that world of Walking Dead. But we'll see. Are you Cal? Are you talking about the shooter? Or are you talking about the Telltale doing another one? See, am I close to this ring? I'm going to try to jump at this ring. Whoa! There we are. We're in the ring. We're right outside the ring. Oh, the Telltale game? Oh, okay, that's different. I thought you were talking about the shooter. Oh, look at that. I'm in the ring. It is gas. Look at that. That's so cool. Yeah, well, that planet is trash. I gotta finish Walking Season 2. I did 1. I was almost done with 1. Where are the planets in this system? Do they have a galaxy map? Let's see. Are there any other? There is. What a trash system. There is just there is just a sun. All right. So the planetary outpost seems to be where that thing is coming from. That's some trash. This is a boring system, so it seems that this is where I gotta go, which will be a good place to kind of arrive in one day. Ludicrous speed. Repair ship. Ludicrous speed. So, whoa, we're here already. That was pretty fast. But, you know, I'm going to save some more for the playing Xbox stuff. I just wanted to get, you know, I had the thoughts in my head and I said that this week. Just thinking that it is, I think, again, I have no insider knowledge or anything like that, but it just fits the bill. And if the shoe fits, why not, right? They got the money. It's not crazy. And, you know, they got these service-based games. And maybe not to keep, you know, they could keep the lights on for No Man's Sky, but they also could be coming up with Sean Murray's, maybe his new game. Maybe he proposed his new game to them, or something that he was thinking about, and Microsoft's like, yep, and then they buy him up, and then they go, all right, now put your game on our system and with your next update, and start building your new game for us. And Microsoft owns Hello Games. Like, they did it with Hellblade. And it makes me even think with this one was that it was so kind of like low key for 2 years, just nothing going on. There was no announcements that this was even coming to Xbox except when it was launching. They're like, oh yeah, we plan on bringing it to Xbox. But that was like way before, like Sony just kept them like shut on it, and there was no kind of like window or anything. And then like, we just got to fix the game. And what happened was the game was just so over-promised and under-delivered, which you could say that for some of Microsoft's games. I got some money too. I want to see how much this guy wants for his ship. Collecting those eggs. I'm in the market for a new ship. What does this guy want? Clicks their beak. Let's talk about selling this thing. Let's see. I'm gonna make him an offer you can't refuse. Ooh, 27 slots. A B class. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Is this gonna happen live on the stream? What's... Oh man. Come on. I can't afford that. Yeah. Keep your ship. Expensive bastard. Hello. Oh, these are all different people in this system. The other guys didn't want to talk to me. But, we'll see. I do think... Ooh, I have many. And also, too, you're right, Callie, like and the fact that I do think that it is a kind of a strategy of my... What is going on? Thanks, I do think too, it's kind of like a subliminal strategy of Microsoft to everybody's saying hi to me here, to like get these studios sort of like Minecraft style, where they're technically, they already have games on other platforms that kind of have life to them, like Minecraft, you know, that Microsoft could kind of still have some influence on and still make some benefit off it. And I think the same thing with like the Collective and the We Happy Few. Another kind of type game. I haven't played it. I played it only in preview, but I haven't played the new version of it. But again, a kind of another kind of game. It's still on the other platforms, but they own the studio. Here you go with this one. It's on PC, it's on PlayStation, just like Hellblade. You know, and now Hellblade's not going to evolve as a service, so that one I would think is not really applicable to. Can I go back here? Is that trust me into space? If that's not kind of applicable, because Hellblade's not like a platform thing, but this game, it just added 4-person co-op. I'm sure they're not done with adding stuff to this. This is like this is kind of like, you know, what it is. It's already on. And you like the name of my Starship? Birthday present. Yeah. So I'm gonna try. You know what I gotta do? I gotta get out of this thing. I gotta build one of these warp cells. What do I need for this warp cell? Yeah, that's what I was saying, Callie. Like, maybe their strategy is to buy studios that they already have games on other platforms that still have life to them, like, and that they could kind of, you know, evolve those games, and they kind of do have a presence on other platforms without that platform kind of allowing them to put their, like, oh, I want to put Gears on PlayStation. No, like, we'll just buy a studio that kind of has a game that has long legs, that's already on other platforms, and we could just kind of continue to support it. And, you know, like, when they roll out that initiative of that crossplay, that was perfect. Like, imagine if Microsoft had to do it from the ground up. Like, Minecraft was just a Microsoft game, like an Xbox game, and then they're like, oh, and now we're going to make ports for Nintendo and for Sony and put them over there. No, that was already done already. They just got the studio, and those games were already there. All they had to do was support it with content and do negotiation factors like that. So they didn't have to kind of get through publishing issues and things like that. And then they could just flip a switch and go like, yeah, No Man's Sky is playable across PC, PlayStation, and maybe we'll make a No Man's Sky Switch, who the hell knows, or a Nintendo version, and then flip a switch, and now this game is like, again, their vision. It just totally fits the bill. And that's why I'm thinking that, you know, if they're interested in buying studios, why wouldn't they buy this studio? Like, again, it's a smaller studio, and they have this game that serves as a platform for development, and they supported it over the years. And, you know, how are they making money on No Man's Sky? It was on sale for like $17, like, and they were just adding just updates to it, and then all of a sudden they come out with this big next, and it just came out of the blue too. Like, it wasn't like, oh, they're working on this next big update, it's going to add full player co-op. Like, it wasn't as marketed as it is, and I just feel like it does have some sort of money oomph behind it, and the fact that Sean Murray was on their show, and then Microsoft was kind of pushing this, it makes me think, yeah, and that's the thing. Like, the console is just a mechanism for them to reach to the TV. It's no longer a piece of hardware that has targeted specific software like in a traditional sense of a console. Right now, the console has always been a Windows 10 device. It's a PC that hooks up to your computer, that hooks up to your TV. That's basically what it is to them. You know, the whole existence of a console is just for them to reach a customer on the TV, a Windows 10 customer on the TV, and have a presence. That's what it is. I gotta get it. This system sucks. I gotta try to find a warp cell. See, some of the stuff in this game is kind of annoying. Like, I gotta find antimatter. How do I find that? Tell me I'm stuck in this system now. I can't leave. Let me see. I'm gonna shut the stream off too. Let me just see if I could head back. Cannot warp. Great. Great, 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 great. It says that there's where is this thing? This is pretty crazy though. Let's see. That's my location. Oh, we're going to zoom in to the system with this one planet. Planetary outpost. The Gek is here. Let me see if what the mission structure is. Hold on. There might have been more people I had to talk to. This is what I'm looking for. Strange signal from the outpost. That's what I want. Alright. This. Ooh. We're going in circles here. There it is. That's where I had to go. I knew there was something. Alright, we'll just jump there. you, sir. I've traveled the galaxy. A blueprint. I've traveled all this way for a blueprint. Yes! That's what I need to leave this this galaxy. I need antimatter. Yeah. Oh. Where do I find? I have to look this up. Well, now I could power. Now I could power my ship for warping. I need to find this. Oh, maybe I could buy it. Let me just see if I can buy that type of metal. And then I'm gonna do this. Let's see. Sell from my inventories. Let's see if I could buy that. Oh, look at the price of this. Up 95%. Sure. Yeah, but you know what? I'm gonna just craft it. I'll buy metal plates and just craft it. I'll buy 3 metal plates. Oh, 4. So I'll just make it myself. But I can't get that. Oh, come on. They don't have it. Cobalt seems a good rate here. I'll buy some of that. I don't know what I could do with it, but I'll buy some of that. And oxygens I need for my health. Alright, now how do I buy? Did I buy it? Chromatic metal. Process. There we go. I got to process copper and I got to build that thing. That's how you do it. All right. Well, this has been what grinds my gears. Some speculation. I'll be checking out tonight on playing Xbox. We'll have some more topics to talk about. We'll have some discussion on a little bit of speculation and of the cloud. Xbox, one of the SKUs that they might release for next generation, and yep, and so we'll see. So we'll talk about next generation, and we'll probably talking about No Man's Sky if anybody's been playing it. So thanks again for tuning in, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Again, this has been Jez7780. Go follow me on Twitter and on YouTube, and thank you.